Streaming. I'm still not getting used to this. Let me check. It's live? Cool. Nice. Yeah, cool. Yeah, okay, we're live. Nice. Hello, everyone. So it's just you and me now. I'm with Nestors here. He's from the Small Bets community, and he's joining just to chat and go back and forth because it's a bit weird just to talk on my own, comment on my own. So yeah. How are you, Nestors? So yeah, where are you? Wow. So what time is it there? 4 p.m. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. So it's 8 p.m. here. Last time I did this recording, I think the streaming about 10 p.m. So it was kind of late because I ended up at 11 p.m. and it's kind of late for me. So I think this will work better now. Um, yeah. No, I haven't. I haven't shared that yet. There. Yeah, I just share this in the in on Twitter. So I'm just going to send it over in the small chat. Uh I get kind of anxious just posting this in the in the main board. I don't know if it happens to you, but um yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You post a lot there. I don't post as often. Okay, I'm going to post it there in the small bets chat. Today we're going to see the spammer. You've converted me now. on, on a live stream now. Okay, just posting it there. And I'm going to share my screen so we can see the article now. Let's see if this works. Can you see my screen? Is it working? Nice. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, you're right. So, does it work now? Nice. Dismiss. To avoid infinity mirror, don't share your entire screen. Okay. Yeah, there. Yeah, there's no problem because I have two screens, so there's that. Yeah. Yeah. So how long have you been streaming? Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. So was this on COVID or okay. Right. Yeah, so I did a couple of streams. I think it was maybe at the end of last year, but just like co-working, just I wasn't showing anything, right? So, but yeah, I got this idea because I saw that do you know Cody Sanchez? Who Cody Sanchez is? Oh, yeah, so she has a newsletter called Contrarian Thinking, and she started how she started. Like she did some kind of deep dives as well on one of her newsletters. So I thought it was a good idea, and also kind of I have a lot of like research that I do for this newsletter. So instead of that going to like to my archive, I prefer to share it because I think there's a lot of things that can be discussed on each of the growth strategies. So yeah, that's why I started doing these streams, and it happened like it was just at the same time when you started streaming, I started streaming as well. But yeah, that's where the idea came from. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, but do you hear okay? Yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Oh, you're totally right. Let me fix this. Yeah. No, it's not showing here the desktop audio. I don't know why.
Of the
Oh, there it
issue.
is. Yeah.
You found it?
Now yes. Now it's
Okay.
working. Yeah.
Also, it was the wrong source for audio or something like that,
Yeah.
right? Okay, fair
Maybe.
enough. Nothing, nothing terrible. Just nice, nice that someone spotted
Yeah,
the wrong.
and at the beginning, yeah. So thanks. Who said that?
It was Mark
Okay.
in the small bits.
Okay. Cool.
Here you go.
Yeah. So now it's working.
Here,
Yeah.
he's plugging in for us. Otherwise, we missed out a little bit of intro.
Oh, you're right. Yes.
But that's fine. We were mostly talking about anyway, and probably got to streaming.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Well, that's how how we learn. Okay. Yeah. Because I didn't have anyone on the stream before, so yeah, this is new for me. Okay, shall we start with the examples? Maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. So what I did was I wrote this newsletter edition on the Twitter's reply game. That's the name kind of I think I've heard it first like that term from Daniel and the small bets course. So it's basically how you engage with other people on Twitter or on other social media. So usually what people do to grow on Twitter is just post stuff, but actually there's a lot of people that says that the best way to grow an audience, like for example this one from Andrea Bossoni, is post interesting stuff, build relationships with peers, and engage a lot. So And also, this was stemmed from a conversation that was happening on the small bets community. And one guy, I remember I had this on my research note as well. He was asking kind of like, what should I post? When should I post? How should I reply? When should I reply? And so on and so forth, right? So, oh, here I have it. So it's any tips on engaging with others on X? Is there a list of no-nos when replying or tweeting that beginners should avoid? He was feeling a bit anxious about interacting with people he didn't know. So I kind of don't remember this feeling because I've been so long on Twitter that it's just natural. But I think that for most people that's starting, and especially for beginners in on X, it's weird just to jump on a conversation of some random people. I don't think it now, but it's when you're starting, it can be like really weird. So that's
Yeah,
why, yeah.
I felt a little bit of that at some point. I definitely remember there was some of it. I even remember that if you even get followed by some larger accounts, especially back in the day when it was more about who you're following actually showing up on the feed, if you would start to get followed by someone like some bigger account, you would actually sometimes feel like there's a pressure because if they see your message and you're just posting some completely random, like either tweets or replies you're posting to other people, you kind of have like this maybe a little bit of anxiety and be like, why am I supposed to share this? I know that feeling exists for many people, and at some point I definitely had a little bit of that in when I was starting. It was also maybe pretty long time ago, like, but still, I do remember a little bit of it. Like, it's not a nice feeling.
Yeah, it's not. You don't know what to do. And I think, yeah, I don't know when I started on Twitter, maybe 2009, 2012.
But that's a very long time ago because
Yeah.
my account is very old, but I have barely been like on Twitter for those first almost 10 years. I was just periodically just checking it and mostly lurking most of the
Lurking,
time.
yeah. Yeah, that's the most usual. Like I've read somewhere that 99% of the people are just, or 90% are just lurkers, and just kind of the 1% creates content, right? So if you create content, you're basically will be on the top, I don't know, 1% of people that do something. But yeah, so that's why I wanted to research, like, there's people there that have grown their audience and have gotten clients just by replying. And like, for example, Andrea Bosoni. So I wanted to check what are the type of replies that they did. So what I kind of like did a study of the greatest accounts and what they posted, right? So this is some basic stuff, but still, I think it's very useful to have some examples from people that have done this in the right way, right? So I studied some guys here, some business founders, and I selected a few of them, and I started studying what did they replied. So I went back actually, kind of stalking their accounts and see what they were putting on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, at Twitter advanced on X, the advanced search functionality is also really good, actually, to find like basically posts that mean specific like uh, of likes. I don't know if you have used it much.
So which one?
Yeah, when you click on search, you're supposed to. Oh God, it's on your screen. You're
Yeah,
supposed basically on search. You're supposed to go into the advanced search functionality, but
Ben's. So
yeah, if you go to the explore section, you'll notice that the range. Yeah, advanced search, and then you can actually in the settings click the go down minimum likes, for example. You can
oh,
click likes, and then you can also like have minimum replies as well. But and then you can choose both dates, and you can choose account, like which account is basically the tweet is from, and or which account the tweet is included in, whatever mentions as well. So that's a really nice way to. Okay, so from these accounts, for example, is and go up a little bit. I believe it was up. Include replies as well. Can we? Was it
Uh,
down? I believe it was
here.
down. Yeah, yeah. Replies are on it. So you can try searching. I
So
think.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we can find something. Here we go. We get some tweets, mostly tweets because it includes likes and tweets in this case. But it also, oh yeah, it's from. You can also include the including as well. But basically, this is one way how it's not easy, but it's one way how to get, for example, a lot of posts and sometimes also replies um, that mentions basically of people. It's a little
Yeah.
bit to play around with with the filters, but they help. I've had some good luck at least researching. Yeah, there's some replies as well.
Yeah.
That's one tweet. That's just a random one. Um,
I'm trying to look some replies from Yannick.
yeah, I think it's because of the specific. Let me.
Oh, the meme fapes maybe. So maybe
It,
in
it's not
four.
just that. I'll do it on my side. I think it's just missing the one of the filters because I'm
Oh.
using it not as much, but
Oh.
I'm using it quite a lot. Gosh, I'm using it occasionally, but on my side my X is a little bit buggy.
Only show replies. There it is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was the one.
I've been changing those filters occasionally, so
Yeah.
alright. You should be able to find some replies. There's another thing I believe in. Oh, okay, here we go. No, these are not the light one. Um, can you go back to the advanced search? Uh, there account include to these account mentioning these accounts. Try the mentioning. Mentioning not
Okay.
from, but try the mentioning.
Yeah.
But it will include the other replies. I think you need to go have both from and mentioning, but I'm no no it's okay. That might not actually work. But try searching now. I have been. You're gonna include yeah. You're getting everything. Try the top, not latest, because you removed you removed the favorites, not favorites, but the likes as well.
Yeah. So you want to
Yeah, because if you want to filter only the thing. Okay, let's try
minimum
this.
likes,
Yeah, just add a filter,
like 10, for example.
something like that.
Yeah.
So
Let's
replies.
search.
Yeah, it
Let's try
shows
the
including replies to the account, but I believe it was possible to just get the replies from the person.
from, I think.
Yeah, you
Let's.
include from, I think, and then if you go to latest, you should be able to. Yeah, here we go.
Nice.
We made it live. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
With the reply game, yeah, because I've been mostly browsing posts, but it's possible to get the reply game here as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this is how I did it when I studied
Mm-hmm.
this, guys. Yeah. No, but this is really good. Yeah. I
Yeah,
use a lot
personally,
this.
yeah, I've personally been preferring the posts, but you're right. If we're browsing replies, then we get to this filter. This is a perfect filter for the reply game.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's a really nice view. So you can see here the replies from Janik that got like this one got like a lot of traction. I'm wondering why.
I think it's because it's war related, and okay.
Oh,
The reason why it's the first, it's the guy who posted. It's very controversial, political
yeah,
commentator, so called. Yeah, so that makes sense. Actually, it makes a lot of political content. That's why
yeah.
it probably goes uh,
He
quite
had
well
a
for
lot
it.
of views. Yeah, yeah. Hate brings a lot of engagement. Actually, I don't like that about algorithms.
Yeah. What we also saw before was actually when we didn't add the filter from. we saw also replies to the person, and that
Yeah.
actually sometimes is good to actually look at the also other people's replies that are getting good engagement on someone's tweets. So you
Yeah.
can actually, do a little bit of research how to be effective, for example, at replying to specific people.
Yeah, yeah, that's really good. Like it's a really good tip because sometimes you don't know. Like one of the questions this guy had was, how can I reply to this guy if he has like 100,000 followers, right? And I barely have a few followers. Like, why would this guy listen to me? So this one's a really good way to say, okay, what are other people commenting on this guy? So when you see the replies you get from people, you won't get I think you won't get the specific amount of followers the people have. So for example, this one from Dominic here, only if I put my cursor here I can see how many followers he has, right?
Yeah.
But if I just see the comment, I won't see that kind of information. So usually this kind of people that has like a lot of followers, they won't get and they won't have the time, I think, to see if you have as many followers. Maybe if like your comment grabbed his attention, he's gonna click on your profile and see what you posted and what you have on your profile, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I guess we need to go through to the through the topics of what the reply game was from your side, right, with the file.
Yeah, what I did, I was basically studied these guys, so people that I thought that had a good reply game and were also founders, right? So those were my criteria here,
Mm-hmm.
and I came up with this guy. So I made this like kind of a database where I see, for example, like I studied these guys and I basically categorized each of their replies. So I was looking kind of for patterns here. So there are basically I found like 5 or 6 things that they did consistently. So you can either answer a question, congratulate someone, you can ask a question as well, agree with someone, disagree, make an observation, and also say something funny, right? So I like, for example, for this one, for saying something funny, I like Dago's reply. So he always, well, he is kind of famous in this little, in the hacker bubble because he posts a lot of memes related to founders. And he also, I noticed that he replied very funny stuff as well. So, for
Yeah, I mean,
example, yeah.
no, I mean his X course is actually really good in terms of like what I've gone through some, and like his advice actually makes sense on, and his advice actually talks a lot about the reply game as well. And when you're smaller, you should focus on the reply game.
Yeah,
I
I'm
guess
I'm
that's, yeah.
wondering if this makes sense still in the new X as well.
Oh, he has an updated section on the course for the September 2024. So there's a section in the course that's basically the updated algorithm. It's more or less similar strategy, yeah, without giving too much away.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, for me, I mean, I guess for me personally, a lot of the stuff I do indeed is like I'm answering a question and making an observation that's often what I would respond with, and occasionally I would disagree with someone, although I have moved a little bit away from that because I just get sometimes sucked into some random arguments if I disagree with someone. So
Yeah.
I kind of have been a little bit lower on the disagreeing part. Just don't want to waste my time
Yeah.
by accident.
That one's a bit trickier, I think. I put some examples here. So, for example, I don't know, this from Jack Forge. In tech, anyone that's 30 plus years old is considered a senior developer. So it's okay to start when you're 29, but it's just kind of like joking, right? So it's
Yeah,
kind
it's
of a
disagreeing
good
with
mood. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I think that's a
It's a
good
nice line.
way.
Yeah, because there's a difference between actually disagreeing with someone's post and making a joke and sort of disagreeing.
Right.
Um, yeah, because there's a balance obviously because one invites some arguments and sometimes also blocks because I've been blocked by Peter Levels.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah, I'm blocked by Peter Levels.
Why? Do you know why?
Okay, so it was like actually first he followed me because he
Okay.
agreed on some, I guess, partially controversial takes. Wouldn't be really controversial, but they were like little bit out of what normally people would consider like common, knowledge. We would agree on that. He ended up following me after a while when I was like interacting with his tweets occasionally. And then after a while, I obviously started disagreeing with some stuff he started talking about it because I knew quite a lot about that stuff. It related to SEO as well. And eventually, after I made some, maybe also a little bit out of place comments, I
Yeah.
think he muted me after I started disagreeing, and then at some random comment, he just blocked me. He actually left a message that time, like, "Sorry, too much contradicting or something, and I'm blocking you or something." Yeah.
Oh, but he left a comment like saying, "Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
he left a
blocking you."
comment. Actually, I rarely see that. By the way, I rarely see that. I almost never see that someone leaves an actual comment why they're blocking someone. But
Yeah.
he did that time leave a comment. Yeah, but he still blocked me, and I still have him unblocked. So I don't see his hot takes that often unless someone else shares them with me.
Oh, really? You cannot see them.
Yeah, I cannot see them because since I
Oh,
don't have the link to the tweet, I also can't even incognito. So yeah.
okay. That's weird, but that's. And how long ago was this?
Oh, this has been a year and a half now.
Okay, it was a long
Unblocked.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's kind of an achievement, right? Getting blocked by Peter Levels.
Well, it is an
It's
achievement.
kind of huge.
I mean, maybe a bigger achievement would be
A
that
milestone.
he followed me in the first place. That would be a bigger achievement usually because I had like 200 followers at the time when he followed me as well. So
Oh, yeah, you're right.
yeah, and most of
Let's
my
see.
followers were even from a longer time before. So honestly, I didn't know like how many active followers like I had really.
Okay.
Wasn't much. But so yeah, that was probably a bigger achievement. But going from
Yeah, of
followed
course.
straight to blocked, that's probably it might even be a world first for
Yeah.
someone.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, it can happen. But I mean, that's the worst that can happen, right? That someone
Yeah,
blocks you. It's
yeah,
not.
and that's
It's,
usually when you disagree a little bit too much as well.
yeah.
That's
I have another disagreement example. Rome was not built remotely. Someone said, and Gautam says, but this Rome could be built remotely. But again, it's kind of joking, right? It's like pretty nice disagreement. Here it's
yeah, it's a playful way of like making fun of someone's statement instead of
yeah.
like not yeah.
Yeah, because I get a lot of comments from, especially from people that don't, it's not, they're not used to use Twitter a lot. So usually they see it kind of like people who don't use TikTok as often. They think that TikTok is just for dancing videos, and they other people think that Twitter is also for haters. So I think it depends really on the kind of people that you follow, and the feed will change a lot, and the algorithm. If you like follow haters accounts, the algorithm will um like give you more of that, right? So I think it depends on who you follow and how you build your feed, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, the X audience is generally like it's still quite niche audience. There's a lot of people on X, but it's still quite niche.
Yeah.
It's not the average person, you could
Yeah.
say. maybe they're in the sports categories, maybe they're in okay, that's where the problem comes from. It's like if you go like in a like very class like the average, which is political content. Unfortunately, there's a lot of hateful comments and a lot of arguing and fighting. So
Yeah.
obviously, if that's what the person ends up like, being exposed to because their friends who they follow, for example, are also engaging with that content. They see it on their wall. Or they themselves get sucked into some discussion. Obviously, that's how you make your feed look really bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I would say yeah, generally the feed is actually pretty good if you can get rid of that, get
Yeah.
rid of those topics.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I saw someone who was commenting that your volume was low, so I upped it a bit now.
Hey, my volume is low.
Yeah, but I think I increased it just now, so I think it's gonna be good now.
Yeah, I mean I could have increased it on my end. I just didn't know it was low because I
Okay.
usually stream with this volume on my end when I record, and I
Okay.
think it's not quiet. So yeah,
Yeah.
but my mic is on a pretty low boost, so I could have definitely increased it on my end.
Okay. No, no worries. I increased the volume here.
Thanks. Now I'm
No
louder.
worries. All right.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, answering the question, what I actually like as a good metric for my own replies is actually going through when I look at because there was on the small bus community we actually had a little bit of discussion, and Daniel actually was telling me that looking at your bookmarks doesn't matter because I guess his tweets get quite a lot of bookmarks. So he's like, yeah, it feels like sometimes it's just spam. But I noticed that sometimes I have like same or more bookmarks on a reply than likes, and it's usually on like some insightful replies to answering a question, where it's not like playful, but it's actually more like providing feedback.
Right.
And like yeah, it sometimes maybe goes in together with the other category that you have is like an observation, but it's like recently I made a comment reply to I believe Dago was that like yeah, in e-commerce you sometimes if you want to like your product to stand out to people and like not stand out but like you want to convince people, just leave some bad 1 or 2 star reviews for your product, not bad but good reviews that have 1 or 2 star rating, because that's where people will go after they read the top reviews. They'll go to the 1 star reviews.
Right.
And if you have a good 1 star review, like people be like, "What the hell?" Like, well, like how good it can be, you know? Like so, so that's actually how. And on that kind of replies, I often get a lot of bookmarks. So clearly,
Yeah.
people find it insightful. So and sometimes they follow me after that too. So I've
Oh,
noticed that there's
really?
a really good follow ratio to how many
Correlation.
likes I get. Yeah, I can get like 10 likes, but I get like 1 or 2 followers from that kind of reply. Like it's
Nice.
incredible,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
don't do a lot of them, so I should probably do it more actively. That would help. And it's also like I would say that's a high intent audience for you because they're specifically looking for for knowledge you can share, like knowledge, the content that you're knowledgeable about.
Yeah.
Like that kind of follower, I feel like is actually very valuable because they might interact with your tweets more. So boost your content. They might benefit from the content more, and they might also become the customer. So
Yeah.
I from my perspective, I noticed that the bookmarks, for me at least, is a good metric for the answering the question tweet.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a really nice insight. And I agree with you. It has like a kind of good high intent. That's a pretty SEO
Yeah,
keyword there.
I, I use SEO keyword. But, yeah, I'm gonna start writing my post with SEO optimized posts. Right?
Yeah.
Uh, no, but
No, but you're right. You're right, totally. Because if people find that insightful, they want to see more of what you're saying. So they go to your profile and they
hmm
follow you, right? But yeah. I got one here from this is one from Dago. So
yeah,
this guy was talking about some intercoms page. So before the market had an established concept of chat widgets, had to explain the before and after of their solution with this visual. Most small sites should copy early sites, not today's sites of success stories. And then he goes, being big might work when you're big and people know you. But when you're new, it's better to be specific. Learn this the hard way. So he kind of shares his story, right? And there's a lot of observations that were made, and I saw that Louis did really well here. So two-thirds of this 2021 IPOs now sit below their offer prices, and they're starting to discuss this is a strong counter to the opposite up and to the right graphs. All of the Bill Gurley hoopla about the one-day pop really ignores this longer time frame. And here goes Louis, and he's just replying to other replies, right? So you can just jump in on any part of the conversation, not just the main post, but also in other replies here. So for example, here he says he shares, I think a lot of this is due to late stage VC squeezing the very last ounces of juice from the fruit, leaving absolutely nothing to the public market. Look how long it's taken for Stripe to IPO. Love Stripe, but there will be no juice left for me. So he's kind of joining the discussion on why this is happening, and he's sharing kind of his insights on why he thinks so. But yeah, I think making a good observation, and you can add a lot of value with a reply as well. And also, what's good about this, if you get like a really good reply, you make a really good observation, you notice that you got like more bookmarks, you can just repost the comment, right? And it will make your own post on Twitter. So it's really good. I don't know. Do you know about what's the reach if you repost a comment? Like it would get the same reach as a
If you
post?
just repost, it's very low reach now. Because it
Okay.
doesn't appear on the For You feed. It appears on the only on the following feed. I believe that's literally the
Oh,
case now. So you get like only like 10% because apparently like most of the people use the For You feed now. That changed over the last year or so, I guess. So with the For You feed, you get very low reach for the reposts. So for
yeah.
example, even if Daniel would repost, like retweet my, for example, Spaces tweet or something, I would only get couple thousand maximum
Yeah.
impressions on that. That's because people only see it on the following feed, and that is a small portion of the audience.
Yeah.
However, if you quote tweet it and you add additional context on top of it, then it's fine. Then it's your tweet.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, so if I, for example, decide to repost my own comment, it's better if I quote
yeah. If you
repost
leave
if
a
I
small
quote.
comment, be like,
Yeah.
yeah, here's a good
Yeah.
advice, for example,
Yeah.
or good take, I guess, on
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. But I kind of suspected that it didn't get as much reach, but I didn't know that it will only show in your following and not your For You feed, actually.
Yeah, you can notice that the For You feed is quite, if you scroll, you don't notice the retweets. Oh
There you
yeah,
are.
this is yeah, I'm there too. Yeah, exactly. Um, um, so, so yeah, you wouldn't notice the retweets anywhere on the feed, and that's only in the following now. And initially, I thought also that it's gonna give like still has some reach, but then I started looking at the retweets, and honestly, they're not meaning as much at all.
Yeah. So I've been reading, which was it? I think it was Tweet Hunter. I think Tweet Hunter made like I remember that they released the algorithm, like kind of how much the algorithm would kind of give you points for each action. So if you got likes, it will do some boost, and like the greater boosts there were I think it was because of comments and such, I think. And they did a really good post on that, like kind of dissecting each part of the code and which boosted more. But I didn't see that part
Hmm.
on the
Oh,
reposts.
that was the initial algorithm
Oh,
leak,
right.
not leak, but might be one might be based on one of the initial algorithm releases, which I believe that they have not fully updated. I believe they have not, like at least the like X themselves have not released a new update on the
Oh,
what like how the algorithm looks like right now. I believe they have not. So we're still guessing a little bit. Yeah. That was the original. That was the original time when X released like open source, so called,
yeah.
their algorithm. However, I believe it's not been publicly updated for a long time, like to
Oh,
include everything that's happening right now. So for example, this post would be based on when I believe the For You feed was still not a thing, if I'm not wrong. So,
might be,
um,
yes. Because it's
or it
pretty
was
recent.
just released. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't remember when the For You, but oh hey, shout out to Dennis who's finally here
Yeah.
in
Oh,
the chat.
let's see. Oh, hi Dennis. Yeah, I don't remember actually, but this is really good still, I think, because it gives you a lot of insights on, and it's basically some parts of our common sense, like you want to try to not just get likes, right? So it's just interacting, and it's all about like having in mind that this is a social network. It's not a posting or content publishing network. So it's kind of, it makes sense that the algorithm will give you more points if you interact, right? And if you engage, because it gets like more interactions from people lurking.
Hmm.
Dennis, Dennis, you can join next time if you want. And you can pass from lurker to creator as well.
Nah,
But yeah,
he did speak once in my space, so he's a creator
really?
now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's a creator now. Now his tweet from his last night's tweet about getting laid off actually picked up. I
Oh,
think he has 200 or 300 likes already, if not more.
oh, really?
Uh, yeah. His
Oh,
last night's tweet good. So you just need to get laid off and you're going viral, like
yeah.
really fast.
That's all you need
Just
to
get laid
do.
off
Just
after 7 years, yeah, of
no,
employment.
man, that's a lot of time. Yeah,
So only
yeah,
7 years for one tweet.
yeah. Only
It's a good investment.
worth it. Oh, well, yeah.
But those are actually the tweets that are one category of tweets that is like sharing like your personal experiences and something that also like how you're going through that experience sometimes is good. Like making a because it relates to other people as well.
Yeah, yeah, totally, totally. Yeah, it's one thing because one thing I discovered while doing this research that I thought it was super interesting is that there are a lot of services and tools that are made specifically for replying, right? So you have bots and you have this virtual assistant um, services that reply for you, and I don't remember how much they were charging, but I think it was like a really big business. So and one thing that so virtual assistants and bots won't be able to share personal things. So I think that's the one thing that we have on AI, that is that we can share our some personal stuff. There's some unique knowledge that only we have, and I think that we have to leverage that, especially if you're a solo founder, because there's not so many tools that you can get your hand on to scale, but you can get this like putting your personal thoughts. This is something that Louis recommended on his newsletter course as well, that one of the things that make writing unique is just putting your own unique personal perspective. So like anyone can say some generic stuff on Twitter, like you can make like ChatGPT to create a bunch of content, but it will never like tell your story unless you give it to ChatGPT so they can create some replies based on
Yeah, I
your
mean,
experience, I
we're
think.
also better at reading the room of the current environment and also what's relevant to our audience, so we can definitely relate better in that sense. And
Yeah.
when you use AI, it misses the point definitely. Like it can't relate to our audience as well. And of course, after a while, they'll probably create models where you can create on your whole your whole like repository of tweets and replies, and you can somehow create this magic model that will pull out a really good tweet that is engaging for your audience. But I think we're still always going to be at least a couple steps ahead in terms of um, being able to like put the content out there that actually feels genuine for also this moment, not just some completely like this soulless post. It's like it looks like it's there, but it's not really the right time and
Yeah.
the right moment to also post it. So
Falls in the uncanny valley kind of.
hmm yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I don't. I definitely can notice a lot of AI replies, and I can sometimes notice that I feel like the person's post is being like edited a lot by AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because now
Yeah.
you kind of can't even know if the person is writing with AI or not, really, because maybe they're just editing, portions of the long form posts with AI.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Totally. Yeah, Dennis says he agrees 100%. And yeah, it seems less genuine when you use that. Even when it's people, like people won't be able to share your unique perspective or won't have the same knowledge, right? But it's
hmm
still a pretty good, like a pretty big business, I think. There are a lot of people doing that. Like, and I think these ghostwriters services are also offering that. So yeah.
Yeah, they definitely have switched to the social media. Yeah, I've seen some of them. Initially, it used to be like just blog posts and content on your website, and now it's a lot of social media
Yeah.
content as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And
there's a
you
lot
can
of
often notice
competition.
it. You can notice
Yeah.
it though often because you can notice the creator doesn't seem typing like genuine content, and like the content is kind of a little bit all over the place. It's not. It doesn't feel like it has like a I don't know like an actual soul, because it actually doesn't. There's not the same person. It's not one person, It's not one person, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you can notice it. Yeah, I am afraid that AI will become so good that we won't be able to notice
Oh yeah,
in the
I'm trying
future.
to avoid like looking at any AI video, especially content, and even listening to audio because our brain can't process our brain like our thoughts actually like when we start thinking like the or reasoning only processes after we see the video or like or image or
Yeah.
imagery. So we get the first reaction based on what our brain already processed, and then we react or can start reasoning about it. The unfortunate part is that we might emotionally already be reacting to the imagery, and that actually to me feels very disingenuous to actually someone try to trick my brain that way. I know advertising has always done that. I know they have done that, and I hate them for it. By the way, I hate that I get ads pushed in my face all over the place. That's why I use AdBlock usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the part I hate about the AI is that the video content and the images I see generated AI that use real people's faces to me is concerning
Yeah.
because I don't want that. I don't want my brain like to be invaded with that all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think there is gonna be a point where we won't be able to escape this. I don't know, but
I think we
hopefully.
already like on the For You feed. I think we already can't really escape it. You
Yeah.
might look at a video that seems genuine, but then you look 5 seconds in and you realize it's AI video.
Yeah. Yeah, it happened to me. Yeah. While looking at TikTok, I was looking at a video of a puppy, I think. Yeah, and I
hmm
noticed later that it was like totally AI made. But yeah, it's
hmm
getting really weird. And it's advancing super, like it's like making improvements really fast. Like it's incredible. Yeah, the I don't know
Exactly.
what's that going to end. And then it says maybe even personalized in the future. Yeah, yeah, they're
Yeah,
all
imagine
trying
imagine
to.
the reply. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I interrupted. I imagine the reply game in future where you actually auto-generate like a video response or audio response to people, and you just send a reply with your own face and everything, like gestures and everything to people. Like maybe
Wow.
it's even a comment in messages that automatically gets sent with some kind of personalized audio message that you leave for a person. And people be like, oh my God, this person replied to me, you know. And obviously, eventually, people would catch up on that. But I think Trump. I don't want to mention him, but I think Trump even had those replies automated to people who engaged with his tweets. Now that was recent. That was recent development where people on X complained that Trump is replying with these invisible tweets to them. Basically, I guess if they interacted with a campaign tweet ad or whatever.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
yeah, that was out. I'm pretty sure it was automated. Basically, Trump. I don't know how to Trump reply. Trump, yeah, Trump replies or something.
Okay, let's see because this is interesting. And
I'm not
I
sure if you
saw,
notice it.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're gonna find it here because he might have. But try the replies. Yeah, um, you might
yeah.
find some of these. Might find some of them. Latest. They should have like zero. Okay, it
No,
might
there's no
even be invisible from
replies.
the filters. Yeah.
It's
No, it might
weird.
be invisible from the filters because when you do those invisible tweets, you start with the at. When you post a tweet, you start with the at person's. That's hey gift. That's Francesco actually, the gifted AI. I'm pretty sure that's Francesco because
Oh,
that's his Twitter handle. Um,
nice.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
maybe
Would need.
sprints.
Yeah, because this was like a week ago or so, or 2 weeks ago when he did that. Let me.
Oh, I didn't know. But yeah, and I saw something that they talked about in the My First Million podcast, and it was there you can basically rent your image, right? So for influencers that don't have time or that brands want to create content for them, you can just them your image. So you can send them some videos and photos of you, and they can just create the content for you. And they create it with AI. So they use your videos to create like kind of fake or artificial content for you, like promoting their brand. So that's kind of scary. I wouldn't do that, actually, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't find him on his feed because those are those invisible replies to people.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
oh my God, these replies are
it's in
also,
there.
but yeah, those are the invisible replies when you start the tweet with the at and a handle. So you
Hmm.
make this only
Yeah.
this personalized invisible tweet to a person, and that was something really automated that was just generating like replies and telling people to something about that you might receive additional messages from me or something like this personalized message. And obviously, some people feel like, oh my God, I received a personal message from this person I'm looking up to, for example, and that will definitely gonna take the spam to the next level if there's gonna be like these AI personalized messages in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I don't know how Elon Musk is going to combat that, or maybe
I
he's
don't think
just
he
trying
will.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I think it's a better use for him to have bots and all this spam because it's like fake engagement, right? But still, like
yeah.
he can
For
show
his
those
platform,
numbers.
Obviously, he probably wants to keep that fake engagement figures up. Like, I've listened to some media, uh, some marketer that is in the influencer space and live streaming space as well. And as far as they've done the audits, they also believe that approximately up to 60% of all active accounts are bots on X. Now we might not be exposed to many of them when we're in like an indie space or something, but in general, like those bots that follow you occasionally leave some random replies. They're usually under political subjects, but approximately potentially 60% of the audience. And the implication for why that person was doing that is that it has implication also for ad spend, because if you're getting bot clicks on ads, you're losing money. So
Right.
so
Yeah.
that's why that research is usually done, and they have found that on X there's potentially like up to like 60% bots.
60%, that's a lot. It's
Yeah,
too
but that
much.
helps with the engagement metric a lot,
Mm.
especially if they're like replying to each other, which seems to be the case. Like they go under a specific tweet and they reply to each other, create this discussion.
Fake like ChatGPT talking to another ChatGPT.
Basically, yeah, that's basically exactly what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh, that's
we're
crazy.
obviously so off topic on many things, but
Yeah.
hopefully this is still a good piece of content for understanding the, I guess, the space while we look at the the Trump's tweets on the screen.
I don't know. Yeah, that's
Yeah, can you?
crazy.
Is it actually? Do you have the on Twitch? Do you even have the tools to? I think you at least can time them out, right? Because I noticed this one person was. We talked about bots.
Talking
We
about
actually got
bots
one in the
and
chat.
we're getting about yeah. I don't know how to get it off the Twitch
Yeah,
stream.
I think if you go in the Twitch as an admin, I think you can just like remove them when you click on them there. But
Okay, but we can have more engagement this way.
yeah, fake engagement. I know
Fake
because
engagement.
on my stream as well, I get them like like I see someone following me, and then I see this name Ezekiel, and then like 5 digits, and I'm like, oh,
Mm,
and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
thank. And then I read the name, and I'm like, oh, the bot.
yeah,
They don't even
yes.
leave a message sometimes, but it was a bot.
Oh, I didn't know. Then you can get bots are everywhere. Okay, block him, maybe. I don't know. I just blocked him. Bots attacked me today. What happened then?
Oh, I didn't realize you were streaming.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot if we can remove bots from Twitch without a partner. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, oh,
And yeah, under in terms of like even the X reply game, just interacting as also even the Dagos course says, like initially interacting with people who are at similar audience level as you usually helps you build a better like community. But you obviously want to have the people who actually you enjoy and whose content you enjoy and you
of
find it
course.
also relevant to you, obviously in some regard.
Yeah,
But that's obviously a good way to start with the
yeah,
replies when you're just starting out.
totally.
Because
And
because the big accounts, it's hard for them to actually notice you throughout,
yeah,
because the other big accounts replying to them will be getting a lot of likes pretty early usually. So
yeah,
unless you're both following each other, you're unlikely that you will be seen
exactly.
right away.
Yeah. So yeah, but I have a little trick for that that's similar to I think Daniel mentioned this. So I have kind of like I call it the Dream 100. This is because I think I saw this term in a sales book somewhere, maybe the little red book of sales or something like that. That it's basically your Dream 100 account. So for sales is your big the top your kind of ideal customers that you would have for your company, right? So I have, look, I'm going to show you my lists. This is crazy. I'm a hoarder, okay? So I have tons of lists here.
Oh my god, wow, you're
Yeah.
hoarding like the lists of people, just like I'm hoarding like some random stuff from Amazon.
Yeah.
Um,
But I do it with people, yeah. So I have one of my lists. Even though I don't follow as many people, I do follow them, but through lists, right? Because if not, I would follow like, I don't know, too many people. So I have this Dream 100 list that this is
okay.
the top. accounts that I want to like notice me, right? And
Hmm.
like I have an kind of an overlap on my audience and their audience. So I have this here, Justin Welch. So you can see here Dickie Bush as well, Matt Gray. This guy, I don't remember when I added him.
Danco
Dan
as well.
Coy, yeah.
Danco's advice.
Peter,
Yeah, I actually like some of the Danco's advice. I know that we don't talk about him much in the small bets community, but I actually like some of his advice.
yeah,
He
me
actually has a
too.
really good advice on the creator economy and the whole space and how it's moving forward. I think his comments on that have, like blog posts and videos on YouTube, have actually been pretty accurate where it's actually been moving. If you check back like 1 year later, he's been pretty accurate on where
Oh,
it's moving.
I haven't seen his videos. I haven't watched
Yeah, he
them,
has a
but
YouTube channel. He's actually
yeah,
incredibly good at growth. He started with Twitter. He got to like what 500,
yeah.
300. I don't know how many 100,000 he has. Then he moved on to Instagram, which I believe he got up to 1 million or so. Then he moved on to LinkedIn, and then he moved on to YouTube as well. And now in YouTube channel is also, I believe, at like 500,000 followers, if I'm not wrong.
Wow.
He
Yeah.
did basically did most of the social platforms one by one. And he said he used the same formula basically for each of the platforms. Just
Yeah.
just adapted, yeah, 1.6
Wow.
million, 822,000 on YouTube, and he did just one by one. He started one
Wow.
platform, did the next one, he did the next one, did the next one,
Yeah, I
and from
remember.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
I
yeah,
remember.
and
Yeah, go
I've
ahead.
listened to him, and I can like kind of like identify a lot of things that I'm thinking, like how he's referring. Like he's definitely pretty high IQ, and but actually managing to connect with people very well. Like creating creating a simpler version for people to understand. Uh, but he's definitely can think. Yeah, he's probably both like high EQ and IQ
EQ
as
and
well. Like,
IQ.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I remember I followed Dan like from a long time ago, like maybe 10 years. And there's a thing there, I have another list here. I'm kind of ashamed of showing this now, but I call it, there's this side of Twitter that I was really into that's called Money Twitter, right? So here's where I think it was, I don't remember the name right now. Denny Miranda came out of here. There's some guys that like Jordan Ross came out of here. Like this were like pretty like red pilled, like A type of personality guys, all talking about money, but they all like, it has like it was a really tight community of people that wanted to like talked about business, talked about marketing, and so on and so forth. And this is where I think Dan started. So he started like here talking about business, talking about dates, I think, dating. And then he kind of pivoted into this kind of more coachy or content creator
Yeah,
niche.
I
Yeah.
remember when he was interacting a lot with the Dickie Bush and the Dakota and and a couple other creators. Basically, they were interacting with each other a lot, and I believe that that's when his Twitter game started, uh, and like taking off well. And I believe what they had also was that when they pushed the content out back then, the Twitter algorithm was working very well with retweets and comments right after the tweet comes out. So they actually like interacted with each other's content right after it gets put out. And then I think they even paid to some bigger content creators to interact with their content right after it's
Oh.
put out, and that actually usually managed to take a lot of their posts straight to the trending, and they get a lot of views, a lot of followers. That's a strategy that doesn't really work at all anymore, but that's how they used it for Twitter.
Oh.
And yeah, that's what I know. I know. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he was associated with these accounts as well. I think
Yeah.
I saw some of it, but it's nice. You have this red pill Twitter as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I sometimes look at some of these accounts as well, but I'm mostly just lurking around. I don't want to leave any comments on those
Yeah.
accounts if I do follow because I know that I just
The algorithm will show
yeah.
you more of that. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. We need to be careful with that. But yeah, that's what I do basically with the Stream 100 account. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
I have the latest ones here, and just as
I saw it.
soon as someone like posts something, I try to comment if
You know
it's relevant, right?
your stream is the only place where I get to see Peter Levels tweets now.
Oh,
I'm
really?
just yeah, I'm looking at your screen and I just see the Peter Levels. That's the
Yeah.
closest I can get to him now.
Yeah.
I need a
Or
personalized
you can get
streamer.
into see his Telegram group and talk there.
I don't use Telegram. That's I have
Oh,
some reservations against
okay.
that
Yeah.
platform, so I just don't use it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could try, obviously, joining Telegram if I really wanted to.
It would be funny, but yeah. Um, yeah,
By the way,
so
wasn't his Telegram paid before, or is it paid?
no, I'm on his Telegram. It's free.
Oh, fair enough.
Maybe some channels. I don't know, but
I
I'm there
finished.
and I
Yeah, I
think it's
thought there
free.
was some kind of group he had released that was actually paid, but maybe
Oh,
I'm mistaken now.
I think
Maybe
there
that.
was one on his website. You know, he's got that. I think it was peter.com. I think this one. And he did kind of an IRC kind of chat
Yeah, I saw
here.
it. There was IRC.
This one. So,
Interesting.
but it's just this, right? And this one's free and it's on his
Yeah, we might see
homepage.
some not safe content in that chat as well.
Well,
Oh,
yeah, because it's not
yeah, because no one really probably moderates that.
modding. Yeah. Yeah. So here's the Telegram chat. Yeah. I
But
love I
hey,
love this homepage.
oh, I got this. Yeah, this is like the early 2000s type of page.
Yeah. It's kind of like Berkshire Hathaway page. No, this is really good.
I used to have something similar, just not about myself. But that's where the type of websites. Yeah, I also had early in the days.
6 grams of creatine
Oh
better
yeah,
than
he has 6 grams
5 g.
instead of 5 grams because Dennis has an
Oh,
upgraded his dosage from the suggested one to the 6 grams. That's how Peter actually made it.
really? 6 grams? I only
Yeah.
like I take my daily scoop and that's it. I don't know how many
Mm.
grams, maybe 5. That's what I've been doing
Yeah,
for.
I think the suggested dosage usually is 5, supposedly, like I guess safe and like to use. And but he's using 6, so that's where he makes the difference. It's not even his workout; it's the 6. It's the extra gram. You just need to take it one level up,
Yeah.
one level higher.
And that's what I've been doing, bro. But yeah,
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 yeah, it's an interesting stream.
yeah,
We've been having a lot of chatting over this
yeah. I've
whole
been
stream.
enjoying this. Yeah, this was really
Just
good.
no, it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, people were not able to hear me for some of the time, which is
yeah,
unfortunate, and
yeah.
including me being quiet because I don't think I'm quiet in general.
No? Oh.
I don't think I'm quiet. No.
Oh.
I mean, have you seen how many messages I have left in the small bet?
Yeah, yeah, it's impressive. It's actually impressive. Yeah, I can do as many. Like I can like follow up the conversation. I comment something and I remember to come back to it like hours later and it's gone. So it's I can like follow the thread of the conversation. It's impossible for me. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
impressive.
usually nowadays I usually just read couple last messages and then I'm trying to guess what it's about because it's hard to follow the discussions sometimes when like a lot of people are reply like messaging.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I can't even
but
find
it's
like the
actually been more
right.
active.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw Daniel's tweet. Yeah, it's more
yeah, I can
active.
feel it. I can feel it now.
Yeah,
Definitely
at
can feel
first,
this.
like it was hard for me to do the change from Discord to Campfire. Actually, I still don't 100% like Campfire. Still not used to it. I still prefer Discord, but it's good. It's getting better. It's getting better.
It is
Yeah,
getting, but no, I was actually Discord was actually a reason why I couldn't engage as much because I have too many I don't actually use those servers anymore at all, but there's too many notifications from all the servers I have on Discord,
yeah,
which I might not even visit, but I just have too many notifications, so I just wouldn't even open it at all. And
yeah.
that's
Me
how the
too.
small bets Discord for me actually disappeared from the focus as well.
Yeah, yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dennis says that
Yeah,
he needs more of this.
yeah, he needs
That's
more of this of the streams.
of the streams, I think, or
Yeah.
creatine as well.
Maybe both. Double
Yeah.
dose. Go 10. Go 10. Maybe you can beat him. You can get to the Dan Coe's level of growth.
Was also a hard thing. Yes, streams and creatine, the big two.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's probably like actually scooping his creatine up right now just as he
Yeah.
watches the stream.
Yeah, like injecting creatine. I already had my creatine today, so don't forget to take your creatine.
Yeah, I need to have I even taken mine today? I don't remember
No,
because I'm a more of a casual. Yeah, I'm a more of a casual thing.
um,
I often forget actually to take all the supplements. I try to, but I don't like have it scheduled. So I usually a little bit all over the place with the time of the day I take it.
yeah.
I haven't noticed the difference, but I guess it helps.
I think so as well. I don't notice like there's nothing like very different. I think I might be like kind of some suggestion. Maybe I don't know if it's makes me like something like I haven't noticed any like significant difference actually. But you know what? I was just like you. I didn't like remember to take my supplements, but for creatine, what I did is something that I saw a friend do is that on her water, so I have this water bottle over here and I put my creatine here. So it tastes like nothing. So I just put it on the at the like in the morning and I just take it throughout the day and that's it.
Makes
Like
sense.
it's better than just like taking I didn't like the taste of the like this mix, like this shot. I actually then says I actually haven't started taking it yet since I read it's best to get before exercise. I'm not back at gym yet to oh you're right. You're recovering from surgery. Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, it's supposedly better for exercise. It's also supposedly better. Yeah, I guess I can also take it more actively before cardio because I'm not as often at the gym, but at least I'm doing cardio usually,
Yeah.
like cycling. I prefer cycling actually, so my
Oh
cardio is
really?
usually fine. Better, yeah.
I hate cycling. I don't know how you enjoy it.
To be fair, cycling is better on your knees than running, for example. So I would say that cycling is fun too because you're moving faster, so you can actually like see around more if you want to like experience some nature, like through forests.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what
This,
you mean.
yeah, it feels more engaging because otherwise, if I would be doing running, I probably would quit after a while. It just feels so slow, like compared
Yeah.
to cycling. I don't know. It's the same with walking. Like I like walking, and I like just want to calm down, like have a
Me
calm
too.
walk.
Yeah.
But if I like need to do it consistently, I actually prefer that, especially for workout, I'd prefer like just cycling. It's just more engaging
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
running because running somehow just feels too slow and yeah.
Yeah, I usually I prefer to do my workout outside as well. It's more engaging, as you say. But here I can cycle because the island is like 7 kilometers long and we have only one road, one main road. So I would get to the other side in like 10 minutes. So that's why I prefer to like I do some trails every now and then. I think yeah, like 2 or 3
Yeah,
times per week.
but you're originally from Chile, is it?
Chile, yes.
Yeah,
Yes, but
yeah,
I'm living in Thailand now.
yeah.
Yeah, for 3 years. Yeah, it's pretty good here. I really like this island. Yeah. It's
Do you
not
even
it's
want to
not
move?
cold. Sorry?
Do you even want to move back to Chile at any point, or
No,
is
no.
this basically that this is it? Like,
Yeah, I
is it
think
because it's like weather, or is it also because I don't know other aspects?
I don't know, the lifestyle here, it's just so good. It's cheap, the weather is nice. Like I have too many good things here, so I wouldn't want to leave the
Yeah,
island
because
now.
where I live, and I guess even where Dennis lives, for winter it's pretty cold, and actually the winter months are actually not enjoyable in general. I'm considering that this winter maybe it's time to go to Lisbon for
Oh,
the
that would be
winter.
nice.
Yeah, because no, that's actually the weather is just so, like I like snow, but the problem is that with the recent years, as the weather changed, not getting proper winter. I'm actually getting a lot of rain in winter, and it's not like it's just it it it's disgusting, honestly. Like it looks disgusting. It's gray all the time. There's no snow. You can't even do like some winter sports as well. Like
Sounds a bit
it's
depressing.
it actually is. It's gotten worse because of the fact that the weather is heating up overall. Like
Oh,
because for us locally, the temperature has gone up more than the average across the world. It's actually a couple degrees warmer. So yeah,
yeah.
in winter it's visible, very noticeable that it's actually less enjoyable.
Yeah. So how long does it last like that?
Oh, the actual winter would be 4 months or so. Um, the actual winter would be like 3, 4 months, but the period which is not as enjoyable can be up to 6 months. Even though now, because
Wow.
yeah,
Like half of the year, that's a lot.
that's a lot.
Yeah. Then it's asking how's tap water. So we don't have tap water here. Water, you cannot drink water here directly from the faucet. So I need to buy some water. So yeah, here it's only, maybe it's because this is an island and it's a pretty small island. We get our water mainly from the rain. So yeah, it's not processed. So it's basically just for, the toilet and the kitchen and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I get used to it. I get used to it actually. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um, I enjoyed this, Nestor. So thanks for joining. It was a really nice
yeah,
chat.
me too. I
Yeah,
didn't
I
know
hope.
where it's gonna go,
Yeah, me
but
neither.
yeah.
But it's like it turned out pretty good. I feel happy about this.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
at some point I will also be doing live streams. Maybe it's time to go through your some of your projects or something. No, then
yeah.
we can repeat the
I'll
live
try
stream
to
in a.
join your streams if they're on a good time for me.
Yeah, I'm
That
gonna
is.
experiment with some time zones where I can both add them both earlier, like this for European audience, and maybe sometimes also just the ones the late live streams can also fit for your morning, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
All right,
Yeah.
I guess it's about time we wrap this
Mm,
up.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, Nestor. Thanks so much.
yeah,
Thanks then for joining as well. Chat
yeah.
soon.
Thanks. See you
Bye.
soon. Yeah.
See
Bye.
you.